Julie Voorhees, founder of Your Elevated Performance. And today I'm going to talk to you about how you perform at your best and how can you become the best version of yourself. So I know something about you if you're watching this video or if you followed any of my videos, that you are the type of person that you do want to perform at your best without consistently self-doubting and getting in your own way. So, how do we start that? Well, I'm talking to myself right now as much as I am you. I'm just trying to cement it into my brain. But I want you to know that I absolutely love you and I think you're perfectly imperfect. So, with that being said, let's get started. There are two things that I know to be true. I know that when people take responsibility for themselves, they can move their needle forward. They're not blaming anyone else for where they are or where they've been. And then I also realize this, that your thoughts are your choice. So you can choose to think bad and negative thoughts, or you can choose to think positive thoughts that will move your needle forward, that will push you closer to your goals. But sometimes we let the outside world come in and we start worrying about what other people are thinking instead of just pushing forward and being the person that you want to be. Comparison is hard and it really stops you and hinders you right in your tracks. So, what you have to do to stop all of that is you have to manifest your goals. You have to decide what you want to do and stop worrying about what anyone else thinks or wants you to do. Because you know what? You have to just let them. And you have to exercise this muscle. Your vision means nothing without hard work and dedication. So you have to accept what actions you have to take to move your needle forward. Let's say it's a weight loss goal. Let's just go there. Well, you know that it's not going to happen overnight. And anyone who has lost weight tells you that it doesn't come without hard work and dedication. And if it does, generally speaking, that weight comes back on after they've done whatever quickly helped them to lose that weight, right? I'm sure you're thinking of someone right now. So you have to accept responsibility for yourself, accept your thoughts, and move your needle forward by doing the hard work, doing the boring work, doing the work that no one wants to do. And that's why you're stagnant. It's because if you just want to be a normal and status quo, you're not doing those things that the people who are very successful at what they're doing are working behind the scenes constantly. So remember, there's no linear path to any of this. You have to put in the work. And you can't just do busy work. You have to do hard work, the things that no one really wants to do. Otherwise, we would all be super successful. And then as you decide to do something, remember, let's say you want to start a new business, okay? And you get a lot of no's. That's okay. Rejection isn't about you. So dust it off, pull up your big girl pants, and get back in the game. Do what you want to do. So again, be unapologetically you. Perfectionism is a trap and it holds a lot of us stagnant to move forward. So what I want you to do is I want you to compare excellence, where you want to be, versus perfectionism. So what's the difference between the two? Well, you have to be realistic with yourself. And my version of excellence may not be the same version of your excellence. Where I grew up and was raised in my background may not be the same as where you grew up, raised in your background. So I can't compare my version of excellence to your version of excellence because they're not even on the same quota. So perfectionism if I can sum it up super quick, is focusing on the outside, comparing and judging. So you're worrying about what everyone else is thinking, comparing you to, judging you on. And so in turn, you're judging yourself on those same things, trying to become a perfectionist. However, if you want to become excellent at what you do, it's focusing on the effort you put in. So, focusing on what you do, what you feel is good enough. It doesn't matter what anyone else feels. You have things to offer, you have things you can change. How do you move that needle forward? You focus on you. So, just remember, perfectionism is poison. And everything that you are ever going to become, do, be successful at, it's going to be messy. It's not going to be perfect. And you're going to make mistakes along the way. And that's okay. Forgive yourself. Give yourself grace. Because the most important relationship you have is with yourself. And you have to be very careful that you or your biggest enemy is not right here. The conversation that's going on in your head all day long, it has to be kind, it has to be compassionate, and above all else, it must be empathetic. We give this away free all the time to our friends and family members. When someone messes up or they don't get a promotion or something happens, you're not going to go up to that person and say, "Oh, you suck," or "That's horrible. You ruined that." Oh, you're not going to say that. You're going to say, "Hey, let's look at this. Let's figure out how we can fix it. Let's change what we're doing and let's move forward." You're going to be kind. You're going to be empathetic. You're going to be all of those things. But the one person we're never those things to, and I'm talking to myself when I'm speaking to you too, is we struggle with being kind to ourselves. So that's what I want you to do. I want you to start speaking kind to yourself, start manifesting your goals, and doing the work to put forth the dreams that you want to aspire in the future. Use pressure as fuel. Okay, let's go back to the weight loss thing. If you want to lose weight, well, something's coming up. Now you have to do it. So just drink more water or whatever it is you decide to do. If you're launching a new business, be more tenacious. Go out there, talk to more people, contact more people, invite people. All the no's you get are one step closer to a yes. So use that. Excellence equals kindness to self. All right. So speak to yourself in a loyal friendship kind of mannerism. And then I want to leave you with a thought here. So in our life, we have ups and downs, right? There's no smooth path anywhere. So I heard a great analogy that life is a rule of thirds. So a third of the time is great. A third of the time is okay. And a third of the time is rough, dirty, nasty. No one wants to go back there because it was really, really tough. So expect that, normalize that, and be grateful when things are really, really good, and keep your ego in check because you know that a third of the time is going to be really, really bad and you're going to be back down at the bottom. So those are some helpful tips to help you move your needle forward. So here's some quick things for you to ponder. All right. Choose your thoughts because they're your steering wheel of your life. Don't confuse where you're from with who you are. And vision and hard work beats wishful thinking any day. If it's not serving you, stop carrying it on your back and get rid of it. And practice the person you're becoming. So every morning in the mirror, give yourself a high five and say, "I'm in training to," and then say what you want to be, those qualities that you want to have. Say them to yourself and smile. Smile at the person looking back at you because you have to be your biggest advocate. That will help you move your needle forward and help you progress. So, two questions. Which perfectionism rule are you going to break? And you can try it for a whole week. And then the second one is, what tiny action can you take today to move your needle forward for tomorrow?